You're agreed. That's Dear Carrie backwards. Thank you very much for my video, Carrie. Thank you for making me a Dear Tom video. Hands up, I admit that I do not watch every single video that you make. If I had time to watch every single video you make, then I would have time to make you videos. So it is a vicious circle. You saw Tor play the McBusted movie first. Well, not first, you saw it at the same time as I saw it and the rest of McBusted. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as we all did. I feel it was the perfect... I have no words. It was really good. You should all go see it. You'll be happy to see that I've changed my shirt now from the last video. I'm actually wearing my new favourite shirt, which Harry Judd bought me. Thank you, Harry. In my last video, you noticed I was still wearing the shirt that you had seen me in a couple of days before that, and you were right in assuming that I had worn that shirt for a few days in a row. But that is because if your clothes do not smell of feet, cheese, or Cornish pasties, then why would you not wear them for another day? This is something you're going to have to learn if you are going to have a successful tour with War of the Worlds later in the year. You're gonna, otherwise you can't. How long's the tour? Like a month? Like you're going to take a month's worth of clothes with you? No. Are you going to pay the crazy amount to wash your clothes in the hotels? No. So what do? Wear the same clothes more than once. So if you really want my advice, Carrie, I have some tips on what to pack for the tour. But I used to do some pretty weird things when I first started touring, take some strange things with me. I still do some rather strange things, but not as weird as I used to do. For example, when we first started touring as McFly 11 years ago, I used to take an entire toilet roll in my bag. Not in my case, in my hand luggage. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but it came in handy in a lot of situations. Sometimes you go somewhere and you stop off at a toilet and there's no toilet roll. Not a problem for Tom on tour. Now, having toured for over 11 years, I realised that this is a little bit excessive and there is actually no need to take an entire toilet roll on tour because most places you go are fully equipped with toilet rolls. So what I have done is I have downsized to just a packet of tissues. Not necessarily for wiping your bum, but just for those situations when you need a tissue and there is no tissues or toilet roll. Now some of you, including Carrie, may be laughing at me with this, but trust me, at some point you're gonna need these. And so don't come crying to me when you've got a pooey bum. I mean, definitely don't come crying to me if you've got, I do not want to know if you have a pooey bum. I used to love going on tour to play the shows, but I never used to like being on tour and being away from home. I used to get homesick, so I used to like making my environment as homely as possible because I'm a man of routine. I don't like change very much. I've got better, but I never used to be very good at coping with change. And obviously when you're on tour, you're changing cities and countries and hotel rooms. Stuff changes, so I liked everything to be kind of similar everywhere I went. So for example, in my suitcase, I would take mostly the same stuff every time we went on tour. I would put a Christmas scented candle in my case so that when we opened the case it would smell nice and homely and festive. I stopped doing this after a while because turning up to events smelling of mulled wine is a bit weird. Back in the day we didn't have stuff like Netflix and iTunes and MP3s, and we didn't have the internet. And I used to take with me Toy Story, a Friends box set. I believe I used to take Series 3 and Back to the Future trilogy. This is my tour trilogy. I have a Stay at Home trilogy which I never take out with me, but this is the one that used to come on tour with me. That's why it's worn and battered, because I watched it so many times. But it's very nice to get back to your new different hotel room and make it feel not so new and different, and get into bed with your nice festive candle and whack on a DVD that you've seen a million times. It's just like being at home. I may or may not also have taken around with me a travel Mickey. I say travel Mickey because I also have a backup stay-at-home Mickey which stays at home with me. This one is the travel one. Although he's stopped coming around with me so much now because Buzz likes to chew on his nose with his gums because he has no teeth. I also highly recommend that you take with you some sort of food or snackage. Food or snacks. Because you're going to arrive at some hotels after you finish the show and they're going to have stopped serving room service. Boom, boom, boom. These days, if I'm feeling naughty, I'll have like dark chocolate like a Bourneville or Green and Black's like, or mint chocolate. The green and black's mint chocolate. I love green and black mint chocolate. It's really nice in my mouth and in my tummy, tummy, tum tum. Everywhere I go, I always take spare glasses because in case I lose some, in case I leave some at the venue. So these days I take not one, but 2 backup pairs of glasses with me. Whilst I'm on the backups, I also take a backup brace because I wear glasses and I wear a brace at night time. And I'm telling you right now, the backups and backups of the backups is good advice. That has never steered me wrong, and the backup has come in handy many times in the past. Also, if you're going to back up your backups, don't keep them in the same place as your backup. You need to keep one backup pair in your bag, in your carry-on, and you keep your backup in your big suitcase. Therefore, if you lose one, you've got the other one. Now, I know you went and had your in-ear molds fitted the other day. In-ears are the little things that you see in musicians, singers' ears when they're on stage. You know what in-ears are. You had your molds done. Now, when we're on stage, we jump around quite a lot, so we can't just keep the pack in our pocket because they fall out. And if you clip it to your belt, that doesn't work because it's just a weird rubbish clip. So we have these little pouches made like this for us that you put on your belt and the in-ear pack goes into. I carry a spare of these around everywhere I go. I have a few spares. I'm not sure I'm meant to keep them, but when we do a show, I will just keep them. And then when we turn up to places and the other boy's like, oh, I don't have an in-ear pack, Tommy. As our tour manager, where's my in-ear pack? I'm like, I've got my own in-ear pack. In fact, I've got a backup of my backup in-ear pack. And they're like, Tom, can we borrow your backup? And I'm like, yeah, you can borrow my backup, but I want it back. So, if you do use one of these on the War of the Worlds tour, I suggest stealing one and keeping it in your bag and not telling you stole it, and then giving you another one so you have a backup of the one that you always use. Basically, you need backups of everything. You're touring in the winter. I love touring in the winter. It's a really cool time to tour because it's nice and cozy and there's nice Christmassy stuff everywhere. Of course, I like that. So I always carry a spare hat in my bag, and I know this is a common theme in this video, but I keep a backup of a hat so that if I'm wearing a hat, I also have a hat in my bag. In case I lose the hat I'm wearing, I'm prepared. So that is why sometimes you will see in the day I will be wearing this hat, and then later in the day I'll be wearing another hat. It's because the other hat I'm wearing is my backup hat. Now, the other things that I take with me most places are, now I'm not that superstitious, but there's a couple of things I'm superstitious about. So I keep a couple of things that are lucky charms. One of them is this. You see that? Is it in the photos? Now, I got this when I was like 13 from South Harrow Market under the bridge. And I've no idea what it means, but I lost it for years, and then when I moved into this house, it popped up and I thought, wow, I've kept that with me for a long time. And I've just sort of become attached to it. So now it goes with me in every bag. You're gonna think I'm nuts now, but I have a backup of the Lucky Charms in every bag. Me Lucky Charms! So in this bag, for example, Carrie, I have something you gave me, which is a sixpence from 1955, which is the year Marty goes back in time in Back to the Future. This is the backup lucky object in this bag. I feel like I've been lucky in life. Whether it is actually down to those or not, I'm not sure, but I feel like I don't want to tempt fate by taking them out of my bag now. I also had a lucky airplane pin badge that I used to pin on my backpack, but the wing fell off, and so I just assumed it wasn't so lucky after all, and I removed that one. So I think that is about all of my tour packing advice for you. When it comes to performing in front of all thousands and thousands of people, I don't have to do that. I'm still working that one out. You'll be fine. You've got a hologram Liam Neeson with you. He's been in every movie that's ever been made, so his experience, he's a pro. So I guess that is about all for this week. I completely agree with you. I think that Giovanna should join in our Dear Tom, Dear Carrie and Dear G little videos. I think that is a fantastic idea, and since you told me what shipping meant a little while ago, I've come up with the ship name for us. I've shipped us, and our ship name is Carrie-a-Vanon, because I'm so down with the lingo of da kids. these days. Thank you for watching. You've been you, I've been whoever this person is. Thank you for watching my videos. If you would like to see more videos, then these are some videos. They're all random this week. You can click on one and it will take you to a video of something or other. Good luck. And I will see you next week. Over and out. Goodbye. Farewell. So long, farewell, Avita, say good night, good night, good night, good night.